The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
On today's Smart 7, India and Pakistan launch strikes. Canadian PM says they're not for sale, and much more. It's Wednesday, 7th of May. It's National Tourism Day, and happy birthday, Michael Rosen.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Tuesday evening saw a dramatic escalation in tensions between India and Pakistan. Last week had seen a terrorist attack in the Pahalgam region of Kashmir, which saw 26 tourists killed, an attack which India blamed on Pakistan. Indian forces launched 9 missile attacks on what they called terrorist sites in Kashmir and Pakistan, with reports of at least 8 people killed, including a child, and 35 injured. Pakistan immediately responded and claimed to have shot down 5 Indian fighter jets. Ataullah Tarar is the Pakistan Minister for Information.
So the Indian aggression is without any justifiable cause. They've crossed all limits. They've launched missiles on our civilian population, innocent civilians, women and children we've lost. There are injured in the hospitals. So I think Pakistan had a right to respond, and we've rightly responded and shot down 3 of their planes.
The UN has called for restraint on both sides. The attacks came on the same day that the UK was celebrating the signing of a trade deal 3 years in the making with India. The agreement is expected to add up to £4.8 billion per year to the UK economy by 2040, and will see a new market open up for the UK's car and alcohol industries, both of which had been under threat from Trump tariffs. PM Keir Starmer spoke positively about the deal before the outbreak of hostilities.
This is the biggest trade deal that we, the UK, have done since we left the EU, and it's the most ambitious trade deal that India has ever done. And this will be measured in billions of pounds into our economy and jobs across the whole of the United Kingdom.
There's been increasing concern about Israel's newly announced plan for Gaza, which is codenamed Operation Gideon's Chariots. Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich announced on Tuesday that the intention is that Gaza will be entirely destroyed, and Gazan civilians are expected to flee to third countries. The plan sounds alarmingly like Donald Trump's previously floated plan to redevelop Gaza as an international tourist destination, and it's alarmed governments around the world who feel that the plan amounts to ethnic cleansing. The Palestinian ambassador to the UK, Hussam Zomlot, says that it is essential that world leaders make their protests heard.
We've just concluded a visit by my Prime Minister, and there were a lot of conversations about the need of the international community, including the UK, to enforce international law rather than call for it. So if you want to enforce this, stop calling and asking Israel to abide by international law. Enforce it.
President Trump is due to visit the Middle East next week, and he's been teasing a big announcement. But while all this plays out, the Israeli blockade of food and aid for the people of Gaza continues, and Tess Ingram, communications manager from UNICEF, says something has to be done.
Every day that this continues is a day where a child is not getting the food that they need to survive. And this is a man-made problem. We have food sitting on the other side of a barbed wire fence, hundreds of trucks of UNICEF supplies. These are life-saving supplies that are not being allowed in.
Donald Trump has been busy firing out ideas and half-baked policies on social media again. His latest include reopening Alcatraz prison and some kind of a tariff on movies that aren't shot exclusively in the United States. He announced a temporary ceasefire with the Houthi rebels in Yemen on Tuesday after a campaign of targeted US bombing. He also met with new Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney at the White House in what seemed to be a reasonably friendly encounter. Donald bragged about the newly gold-decorated Oval Office and once again reiterated that there was nothing the US wanted from Canada, except perhaps Canada itself. The US president again floated the nation of Canada becoming America's 51st state, a suggestion politely but firmly rejected by Carney.
As you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, and having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever.
Germany's former Chancellor Olaf Scholz bowed out on Tuesday to the tune of Aretha Franklin's Respect. It was part of a playlist designed to sum up his political life and included hits by the Beatles, all performed by a German military band. Things didn't go quite as well during the process to appoint his successor. Despite a coalition agreement which should have delivered 328 votes, proposed new Chancellor Friedrich Merz got only 310 votes in the first round. It was an embarrassing moment, but the second round of voting yielded 325 votes in another secret ballot, which was enough to see him elected as Germany's new Chancellor.
I swear that I will devote my strength to the welfare of the German people, enhance its benefit, uphold and defend the basic law and the laws of the Federation, fulfill my duties conscientiously, and exercise justice towards everyone.
Still to come on the Smart 7. In association with Metro, Inter Milan head to Champions League final and David Attenborough celebrates his 99th birthday. Right after this.
If your brain is at full capacity with to-dos, birthdays, and dinner plans, meet Skylight Calendar. It syncs your entire family's schedule onto a sleek digital display, so you focus on important things like where you left your coffee. Right now, Skylight is offering our listeners $30 off their 15-inch calendars by going to skylightcal.com/talk. Go to skylightcal.com/talk for $30 off your 15-inch calendar. That's skylighthtcal.com/talk.
Welcome back.
Tuesday night saw the first spot in this year's Champions League final decided. Inter Milan welcomed Barcelona after an incredible first leg that finished 3-3, and it happened all over again as the game finished 3-3 and 6-6 on aggregate. After extra time, Inter Milan won 7-6 and now head to the final in Munich at the end of the month. Arsenal will be desperately hoping to join them, but they're travelling to Paris a goal down from the first leg against PSG. Manager Mikel Arteta is confident that his team can turn things around on Wednesday night.
Winning trophies as well is about being in the right moment in the right place. So you have to be in the right moment in the right place, you know. Hopefully here we are in the right moment in the right place in Paris tomorrow to earn the right to win the final.
You've probably never heard of the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra, but they've just scored a top 10 album in the UK. In fairness, it's probably largely due to their frontman Mr. Jeff Goldblum, who apart from acting has a love of music and jazz in particular. The new album, his fourth, is called Still Blooming, and it also hit #1 on the Jazz and Blues album chart. He's had some help with this album, cashing in one of his co-stars, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, who feature on the album alongside Scarlett Johansson.
The fact that I get to do this now was never part of the plan. I wanted to be an actor, you know, but I kept playing the piano, and I became disciplined, and I play every day. So it's a joy to share this with people and to play with these great musicians.
This Thursday sees national treasure Sir David Attenborough turn 99 years of age, and he's gotten us a present, a brand new movie-length documentary called Ocean. It's a film that he says could play an important role in saving biodiversity and protecting the planet. There was a special preview screening on Tuesday, attended by Prince William and school kids across the country before a star-studded premiere in the evening, complete with a blue carpet. The documentary is due to hit cinemas on Sir David's birthday this Thursday and then stream on National Geographic in June.
All life began in the deep blue sea. After a lifetime of filming the natural world, I now understand the most important place on Earth is not on land. And we must open our eyes to what is happening right now, below the waves.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Under Biden, Americans' cost of living skyrocketed. Food, housing, auto insurance. Lawsuit abuse is a big reason everything's more expensive today. Frivolous lawsuits cost working Americans over $4,000 a year in hidden taxes. President Trump understands the problem. That's why he supports loser pays legislation to stop lawsuit abuse and put thousands back in the pockets of hardworking Americans. It's time to make America affordable again. It's time to support the president's plan.